Hey everybody, it's Pat. Had a user ask a question on the forum about how to mount their cross rails to the Hummer EV. And I just want to walk everyone through that process. So let's go ahead and walk through it. First thing that you need is the right tools. I got this tool set from Amazon. I am an Amazon affiliate, just an FYI. All the links to the products are in the description below, so check them out. I would not recommend anything, by the way, unless I actually found it good and valuable. This is something that I've used several times. I use it on my e-bike. I use it on my trucks. You name it, I've used it. And what it is, it's a mini socket set that is also a torque wrench. So it'll do Newton meters as well as inch pounds, which is absolutely great. We will need this. The instructions to mount the brackets onto the Hummer do require it. Let's go ahead and go over to the truck and take a look at what I'm talking about when I say mount the bracket. We are trying to get this mounting bracket onto the Hummer. And how you do that, the first step, and this is the step that actually made me return these cross rails the first time because I didn't want to do it. You have to cut into the plastic of your truck. My truck's a 23. I believe all of the other models are going to be the exact same thing, but there's going to be a little silhouette kind of cut out with a line right here. And I ended up doing it after I purchased these things the second time and just said, let's just roll. And I used a drywall knife and it cut like butter through this little plastic portion here. I just followed the outline and yeah, it's amazing how easy it was to actually cut that plastic out. You need to get access to this plate cover. The plate itself, the mounting plate, so the front bracket has a different mounting plate than the rear bracket. Reason for that, and this is actually the question that the user asked, you can reach underneath here and you can see I can reach from the inside of the truck and I can gain access here to mount this. This rear one, you cannot. Because of that, you do not use this mounting plate. The kit comes with two little clips that have nuts built into the clips, and how they work is you slide each clip into position so that the nut is underneath the hole here and another one will be underneath the hole here as well. I know the question was about how do you mount this rear one. I don't want to take mine off because I don't want my clips to fall out. More than likely, they probably wouldn't fall out, but if they do, I have no access to get them out other than trying to use a magnet of some type on a stick to access it, and I just don't have that, so I just don't want to risk it. But the process, for, once you have those clips in, is actually really straightforward. What you do is you put this mount right here, and then you take your screws, put one there. Now this will only go on one way, and I believe this is the way it goes. And then what I do is I put my nut right here, and I just feel underneath the truck, try to get the bracket on with the nut at the same time. But I drop it a few times, just like I did. And then you're just gonna tighten this by hand. Let's go ahead and try that one more time. And you know what? I'm putting it the wrong way. It has to go this way. And like I said, it won't fit if you do it the wrong way. There it is. Okay, so now I'm just tightening this by hand. I'll go ahead and get the other side on. Make sure that it goes through the plate first. There it is. It probably would be a lot easier if you were to get into the bed of the truck. I'm really tall, so I don't need to worry about that. One of the advantages of being tall, I guess. So I'm just gonna screw these on by hand. One thing to note, when you first install this, it comes with some locking compound, which is good. I probably need to put some locking compound on this one since I've taken it off. The manual actually talks about this as well. So just be aware of that if you do take these off ever. Also, when you first install this, it tells you not to torque this down until you actually have the cross rail mounted. I'm hoping that this is seated in the right position and that my cross rails will line up again. But just note that that's how that's supposed to work. So what you do now is use your torque wrench. I have mine set how you set this one. You pull down and you twist. So I have mine set to 8 Newton meters, which is exactly what the manual says to tighten it to. So I'm going to go ahead and start turning these and tightening them. All right, so I'm getting a little bit tighter. Probably want to tighten this one up some more. So now I can feel it. What I'm doing with this hand, holding my torque wrench onto the bolt firmly, just straight down. I'm trying not to use it for any torque because I want to feel the clicking in the wrench, which when you pull it, you will feel. And this is a really, there it is right there. It's a really good wrench. There it is. So now we are torqued properly and it is mounted. Again, the rear one, it's going to be the same process. The only difference is that those nuts are actually attached to clips that will slide on to the bracket. So again, this has been a pretty easy ownership experience with these cross rails. I got the GM factory ones. If you're looking for cross rails, I think it's the way to go. So reach out if you have any more questions. I hope this video helps, and we'll talk to everyone next time.